we have, yeah. I do think that we have. Being in a college environment, I get to see young women all the time who aren't wearing any makeup and are dressed in all sorts of degrees, from pajamas to being very dressed up. And I think there is some space for expression and a kind of freedom of expression that we have achieved. However, this isn't this is also temporally bound. So young people, for example, or it's context bound too. So what you do at school is probably going to be different than what you do if you go out on date night. And so the freedom to express oneself changes depending on context. I also think it changes some depending on age. As a society, we value the beauty of youth much more than we value older women, who sometimes report, feeling sort of invisible after they pass a certain age. I think that some of my favorite places to be, I live in Nashville and I go see a lot of music. I also very much love going to events where there are a lot of LGBTQ individuals. I find that in certain spaces, the variety of beauty, the variety of gendered expression is phenomenal, and I love that. And we also see that in some of our media today, and I think that's great as well. But we also have more regressive expectations in more traditional or conservative or dominant kind of spheres or spaces. So where I hope we're headed is towards a implosion of what's expected for different genders, and men can wear high heels and women can have blue hair and everybody can pierce their faces or have tattoos or whatever people want to do. That's where I hope that we're headed. I have always been a believer that beauty is impacted by how we feel. And so I practice things like mindfulness and meditation to try to feel a kind of peacefulness on the inside that in some ways allows us reprieve from a lot of the pressures of the outside. I think that beauty is being comfortable with your own gender, sexuality, desires, expressions, and that may change throughout your life. I've looked very differently over the course of my life, and so I don't think there has to be a rigid attachment to any one way of being beautiful. And in terms of achieving that explosion of the dominant standards that I would love to see, I think that comes from us